Welcome back to the David Pakman Show. I am your loyal guest host, Luke Beasley. Well, if Luke Beasley ate Farron Cousins, I guess I'd be Luke Beasley. Actually, my name is Jesse Dollemore, as you may well know. I host a YouTube show called The Dollemore Daily, right on YouTube. You can find me there. I would also, if you're into that sort of thing, you can find me on social media. I am on Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Instagram. @Dollemore is where you can find me. Let's get into this today. Look, there are a number of Republicans who show nothing but obsequiousness to Donald Trump, who will, at any cost to any cost to their reputation or credibility, defend Donald Trump in the face of multiple indictments. Now, yet another indictment. They're continuing to debase themselves. Lindsey Graham may be, if not the worst, absolutely one of the worst. And he was on with Pete Hegseth, the guy who, before the pandemic, said that germs aren't real because he doesn't see them, and that's why he doesn't wash his hands. Fox News knows how to pick them. So Lindsey Graham goes on with Pete Hegseth of Fox News, and they are whining about the impending indictment of Donald Trump. And Lindsey Graham poses a series of questions related to what's next. Are we just going to let any county prosecutor prosecute the former president of the United States? Really going at it. And then he devolves, as one would expect, into threat-making territory. He also makes a bunch of assertions about the liberalness, if that's a word, the liberalness of Fulton County, Georgia. It is a remarkable sight to behold, and lucky for you and for me and the rest of the world, we have it on video for posterity's sake. Here is sycophantic bootlicker of Donald Trump, Lindsey Graham.
Senator, you probably can't see it. We're looking live outside the Atlanta courthouse. It's historic any time a former president were to be indicted. Now it's the fourth time, this time over contesting the election in 2020. Talk to us about this case, what you know about the case the government will try to make, or the state of Georgia will try to make here.
I know that Fulton County is the most liberal county, I think, in all of Georgia. The DA there is a Democrat. I know that they're trying to use a RICO statute. I don't know exactly what they're going to come out with, but I know this. Between Manhattan and Fulton County and D.C., the most liberal jurisdictions in the country, it's very unfair to President Trump. And shouldn't this really be done by a statewide official? If there's a crime against the people of Georgia, shouldn't it be done by somebody like the Attorney General? Or are we going to let county prosecutors start prosecuting the President of the United States, the former President of the United States? You open up Pandora's box to the presidency. This whole exercise of allowing a county prosecutor to go after a former President of the United States will do a lot of damage to the presidency itself over time. To my Democratic friends, be careful what you wish for.
Ends it with a little zinger there at the end, a threat. Look, if the president, whoever that president is, commits a felony in a jurisdiction that falls under the jurisdiction of a county prosecutor, in this case, a district attorney, then yes, Lindsey, the answer is absolutely yes. That president, whoever he or she may be, should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, because justice is blind. There are statues all across the country, outside of courthouses and justice centers, where a blindfolded lady justice holds the scales, indicating that justice is blind. It does not matter whether you are rich, whether you are poor, whether you are connected to power or disconnected from power, you should be held accountable. Justice should be served. And as far as your assertion, Senator Graham, that because Fulton County is, he thinks, the most liberal county in all of Georgia, it's up there with Manhattan and Washington, D.C., here where I live. Come on, man. All it takes is a Google search or even common sense to understand that that is not the case. That there are many municipalities out there among metropolitan areas that are absolutely in no way less liberal, more conservative, if you'll use that language, than Fulton County, Georgia. In fact, the two counties adjacent to, bordering Fulton County, are more liberal, who voted more for Joe Biden and against Donald Trump than Fulton County. DeKalb County and Clayton County both have vote counts that are more aggressive for Joe Biden and against Donald Trump than Fulton County. Manhattan, far more votes. And of course, here in Washington, D.C., it's more than 90% of the people have their heads screwed on straight and voted against Donald Trump and his fascistic tendencies. Now, a lot of this is to be expected. No one should be shocked. No one should be surprised by the fact that Lindsey Graham is leveling threats for retribution's sake. This is what we're going to do if you do this to Donald Trump. If you do this to our guy, just wait. Be careful what you wish for. This is part and parcel pattern and practice for Republicans. It is cry foul as though there is a persecution here when Donald Trump committed crimes, not in private. I mean, yes, in private. Yes, on perfect phone calls, but also in public view. So for them to cry foul and act like this is some kind of a political persecution or a weaponization of the United States Justice Department is just gross and stupid. And only people who are in the cult are falling for it. Get right, Lindsey Graham. Get right.
30 million trees are destroyed every year for toilet paper in the U.S. alone. So toilet paper is a big contributor to deforestation and climate change. Our sponsor, Real Paper, makes toilet paper from bamboo. Bamboo plants keep growing, which means no deforestation. Bamboo also absorbs 5 times as much carbon from the atmosphere as pine trees. And bamboo toilet paper is stronger than regular toilet paper and even softer. So bamboo toilet paper is all around a win for you and for the environment. It's time to move on from that toilet paper from trees that you're using at home. When you use Real Paper, it doesn't feel like you're sacrificing anything. It's soft and fluffy, and they'll ship it to your door in plastic-free packaging on a schedule. Super easy. With every box of Real Paper you buy, they are funding reforestation efforts across the country through their partnership with One Tree Planted. So unlike the toilet paper that cuts down trees, Real is helping to actively plant them. Go to realpaper.com/Pacman and use code Pacman for 30% off your first order and free shipping. The link is down below.